Hi there. When I ask hairstylists to rate themselves as far as what they think their level of service that they're providing to their clients looks like, that includes the service, the styling, all of the whole experience for the client, they usually rank it pretty high. And when I ask that same stylist to tell me, where they are on a scale with charging for those services, they're fairly low. And so there is mismatch. I can't talk. A mismatch a lot of times where we're not charging what we are at the level that we are actually providing the service for. But I want to address something because it comes up that we all think we're doing great, but different things start to show through. So my name is Mickey Wright. I'm a salon pricing strategist with beautysuperstars.com, and I help hairstylists to be able to gain the confidence to raise their prices and actually charge what they're worth. And so here today, it's like I want to talk about getting real, because I want you to stop trying to do the most because you are trying to do the most for all of the people and you want to take care of everybody, and it's not working. Things are falling through the cracks and you think everything's going pretty well, but we want to look at things from the client's perspective. So, one young lady who's in my program, the Luxury Hairstylist Blueprint, was sharing that, or actually kind of more showing up, having trouble kind of getting in on time and that type of thing. And that was at the time she had other commitments and she worked in the salon part time. And the time that we started was the time that she would actually, said that she was working in the salon in the evenings and she wasn't getting there on time. So I asked her about, are you able to get there on time? Are you able to get there before your client? Are you able to get things set up for your client so that, it's smooth when the client comes in, everything's already set up, you greet them and drape them, etc. And the short answer is no, not really, or no, not consistently. Sometimes yes, maybe, sometimes no. So that means the client is waiting. They may be waiting for you to get there. They may be waiting for you to get set up once you get there, get your coat off and get, everything in place that you need to. Make sure everything is sanitized and all that kind of stuff. So they're waiting, and you're saying, I do great service. And it's like, I don't think that fits in the category. And so we really need to look at, what is realistic for what we're doing. Many of us, it's like I've taught hairstyling in the past. And a lot of us, we don't know how long it takes us to do certain services. Which to that, I would suggest working with a timer and actually just set the timer and see, what shows up. On your phone, there's probably a stopwatch, I think is what they call it. And so with the stopwatch, you can actually set it when you start and just let it keep ticking until that client checks out. You can do it from check in to check out, or you can do it on a specific timing for a particular service. How long does it take you to do a blow dry or to do your curling or to do, a color application? Any of those things, using a timer is great to actually see where you are. And then say you find that you're taking 20 to 25 minutes to do your color application. It's like we really want that down to, 10 to 15 minutes. And so start to set a timer for yourself, and wind back. But this isn't even what this is all about. But it is about, we've got to get better with our time so that we can actually schedule according to our time so that we can actually get our clients in on time and get them out on time, so that we can run this great business that we think we're running. And so then we get, upset when the clients get upset because, either they walk, they vote with their feet and they go somewhere else, or we're getting feedback that we don't really want to hear. And so I think it's important for us to kind of do that self analysis. My mouth is kind of twisted here today. Sorry about that. But yeah, to do a self analysis. And we actually have a sheet. It's like I'll actually share that with you. It's like we have a sheet, that you can download that is a self assessment that we have used through the years for our own selves and our own, progress. But also, if you have a team or work with anyone, it's like you can have them evaluate themselves and see where they're falling compared to where you're evaluating them. And it's a great way to have a conversation without it being so confrontational. But it's really good to take that time and look at yourself and see. Am I trying to do too much? And how do I need to scale back to actually make things work? And so, for that young lady, it's like we looked at, maybe it's just not feasible to work in the evenings right now. Maybe the weekends, or, one evening a week or something like that is something that would be much more doable. Have your clients and guests have a great experience so they can't wait to get back for the next experience, versus an inconsistent experience when they're having to wait sometimes and not having to wait other times, or having to wait every time and slowly getting frustrated with the process, even though they may love the way you do their hair. And so another experience I want to share is a stylist. She's actually a graduate of the Blueprint, and she knows how many people she can actually take. But that nice side comes in and takes over, and she's like, "Oh well, I could squeeze you in." That's a clue. That's a red flag. There's really no such thing as squeezing. Either there's an appointment there or there's not an appointment there. I'm second generation, so I grew up with my mom telling me, and I had no idea I was going into the industry, but she would say, if there's not room on the book, there's not going to be room when they get here. So where and how are you squeezing them into it? And so she shared that with doing that, invariably each day, there's someone who falls through the cracks, someone who's there too long, who has to wait to get started. It just, the pieces don't fit together, and we try to make them fit together because we want to be nice. And the nice thing to do would be to take care of the clients we can actually take care of, the number of clients with the quality that we want to have for each client. And so I think those are things to really, kind of, I say when you've got one finger pointing out, that there's three fingers pointing back at you. And so we really got to take a look and see, are we really taking as good a care of our clients as we think we are? So I will leave it right there. Keep it short and sweet for today. I appreciate you being here. Please let me know, what you got out of this. Drop it in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I am continuing to share information to help you be able to build a better business, set the boundaries that you need to set, raise your prices, and actually charge what you are worth, and charge what your real prices are. Stop discounting. So I'm here for it all. And I want to invite you also, it's like, if I can support you in raising your prices, to visit beautysuperstars.com, and you can actually get a copy. It's a free copy of a workbook that I put together. It's called the Power Pricing Workbook, and it is specifically for hairstylists or other beauty pros. And you'll be able to go through the first 3 steps that you need to take as you're considering raising your prices. And so it is there to support you, and has been really helpful for a lot of stylists. So I encourage you to go ahead and check it out. It's at beautysuperstars.com. And I'm also going to leave a link below for that download for the self evaluation form, because I think it's such a helpful tool. So I hope you'll take advantage of that and enjoy using it. And I like to do it like quarterly and kind of see where I am. And it gives me the ability to say, I need to work on this, this, and this. And then I can kind of prioritize and make what I'm going to focus on really clear for like the next 3 months. So I hope that is all helpful, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Again, I'm Mickey Wright with beautysuperstars.com, and I encourage you to keep reaching for the stars. So take great care, and I will see you soon.